Your one-woman show titled Ghost Town talks about the Anglophone crisis in Cameroon, the country of your birth that you left as a teen. What's your reading about this crisis today?
Well, the crisis had died down. By all appearances, it has died down. But again, I mean, let me backtrack a little bit. The reason why I wrote Ghost Town was because I did not understand what the crisis was about. Oh. And so I made it a point to say, okay, I'm seeing all this information coming out of the internet, on Facebook, on Twitter. Occasionally, a mainstream news outlet would write something about it, but it wasn't being covered as much as you would expect, from any kind of political crisis that was happening anywhere around the world. And so for me, I left Cameroon when I was 10 years old. I've grown up in the United States. I've lived in the West most of my life. However, I grew up in a pretty close-knit family, and a family that really kept in touch with our Cameroonian culture, our African culture. Mm-hmm. So when the crisis started happening a few years ago, I just became very, very curious, very disturbed, very saddened. And it became very easy for me to want to step back and say, I don't know what this is. I'm just one person. There's nothing I can do to influence change. And as more and more things kept happening, as more and more information kept coming out, the internet was shut down in Cameroon for some time, which is just incredible. I decided, wait a minute, I don't understand what this is. And I want to take the opportunity to educate myself. I want to learn. I want to study Cameroonian history. I want to learn everything that brought us to this point. And that's how Ghost Town came about. From reading all kinds of news articles, from looking at Cameroonian history. And my goal in the way that I structured this one-woman play was to look at the three different sides that were in conversation with each other. One was the government. One were the rebels, the Anglophone rebels. And then the other group of people that I wanted to represent were the victims of this crisis. The average person, the grandmother, the young man who, his school is shut down as a result of this. The entrepreneur who can no longer pursue his business because, every Monday he can't go out and work. The traveler who is at risk of getting kidnapped. While trying to get from one town to another because these rebels have accosted them. So many people have died. There's a lot of refugees that ended up in Nigeria because they couldn't stay in the villages where they were living. So, as an artist,